Hey Virgo, welcome. It's time for Love in the Full Moon. This is a general love reading for all Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in some kind of a relationship. So take what works, leave what doesn't. Messages are for the greatest and highest good for everybody out there. So thanks for tuning in, being a part of my channel, helping to make my channel grow. Like, subscribe. Thumbs up for me if you like the reading. Really appreciate it. Wow, cards are just flying. All right, Virgo, you come out in your own reading here. So I wonder whether you're sneaking around with someone. Just saying. I have a feeling somebody is sneaking around with someone, and whoever it is, when your person finds out, if they haven't found out, it's not going to go over very well. All right. I'm just going to put it that way. All right. So your recent past, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed with the Nine of Wands reversed. So here's what I think could happen with you, Virgo. Because I do get the sense that you're sneaking around, you're fooling around, you're doing something. And if it's not you, it's your person. Y'all know who's who here. You know, so yeah, you might be messing around with somebody who might be married. I mean, it might be two married people messing around with each other. I don't know. You know who it is you're messing around with, right? So anyway, I feel like in the recent past, you opened up and let your guard down a little bit more than you normally would. I wonder whether or not you had reservations about, you know, actually sneaking around with someone and hooking up with them. But, you know, I do see you doing this, you know, and I think it's almost like, it's like you really enjoy the company of whoever this person is that you're hooking up with. And you're tired of all the responsibility and all the weight that the relationship you have, your wife, husband at home, has been weighing on you. You know, and you don't see a way out of it. So I think some of you Virgo, instead of seeing a way out of it, you figure out how to make do with the best of it, right? So what do? You sneak around. Find pleasure in other ways. You know, I always think that, you know, it could be a situation where, you know, when you're not happy in the home and you're not getting along, you know, sometimes people stray and they find love elsewhere. And I think this Virgo, that's kind of the situation that's going on. Anyway, what comes above you, interestingly enough, I feel like there's a choice and it comes quickly. I think you are given an opportunity to move in another direction. So you not only have this issue of this affair that you're dealing with, stuck in a relationship that you don't know how to get out of, you now have an opportunity, and it's one that you're not sure you're really going to be opened up to. You know, but you have a chance to move in another direction. So what are you going to do? Because you're at that point where you have to make a decision. Do you keep going in the relationship that you're going with, you know, and find pleasure on the side, you know, just to maintain your own sanity? Or do you go in a new direction? So I think you are mulling this up in your mind, you know, as far as, can I get this to work? Should I do this? Should I not do this? And I think you need to be very careful of how you open up. Because if you have an opportunity to go in another direction, how you say your words is going to be very important here, okay? Especially if you want to move in another direction, you want to cut out all of this sneaking around, and it's almost like you want to put away all the negative aspects of your life. You're done with it. I mean, you know, you just want to move on, and some of you may be looking at divorce as that option. Yeah, you know, but, you know, again, you also feel obligated. That's why you can't leave. You know, there's something about this relationship that you're involved in that leaves you obligated. So, you know, I think you've been really conflicted, You know, but this new opportunity might actually like shift the scales into your favor. And then you get to move on. See how quickly that card flipped out? So there's definitely something, you know, a shift is happening. You're going to make your decision and things are going to start to move. And I feel like you're not going to look back. You know, you're going to move because you're going to take this offer. You're moving towards something that I think you've been waiting for. Because this has been really painful. This is a situation that has been needing to come to an end, that has been needing some kind of resolution. And you've avoided this ending. You know? Listen, when an opportunity knocks, you need to take it. And if, you know, if you've been in a relationship for a long time and you haven't been happy and you've tried everything to make it work, you know, I think, you know, somebody needs to make the big decision that nobody wants to make. Because you want this to be done. You know, this needs to come to an end. Yes, you see, you're in your head about it. It's like you lose sleep over all of this. You know, because I think you have a conscience, Virgo. And I think you're really feeling the pull of, you know, do I walk away? Do I stay? Do I walk away? Do I stay? You know, I mean, can I make it work? At one time you loved them, but there's something really, I mean, there's just a real dysfunction between you and your person. And it's been this, you know, should I stay? Should I go? You have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Even when you're together, you had 1 foot in and you had 1 foot out. You know, and so did the other person. It's like, all right, fine. You got into a fight. Everybody was always leaving, right? I'm leaving. That's it. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. You know, and then you would do the same thing and they would do the same thing and on it went. You know, until you get to a point where you guys can't even talk. You know, because there's been so much harm and damage and residue and, you know, you got to look at all of that, Virgo. You got to look at all of that. So maybe it's best for you to be off on your own for a little while. Just take some time, you know, so that you can get a fresh perspective. You know, it's like getting a new lease on life, you know, so you can get away, you know, and listen, social distancing, we're doing it now. You know, take some time, you know, rather than, you know, just say anything and then regret it later, because you don't want to have any regrets. You don't want any regrets. All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Yeah, see, this relationship, I just see, you know, you wanting to, you know, move on from it. And you're having a real hard time. I mean, it's just, you know, the last reading I did, who was that for? Leo. Oh, maybe you're dealing with a Leo. There's no easy way. Or maybe it was Cancer. I don't know. I mean, there's no easy way, you know, to say what you have to say. Especially if, you know, there's an opportunity that's going to move you away anyway. You know, there's a lot of heartache. A lot of heartache. You know, so part of you just wants to hang, you know, and just maybe it'll resolve itself. But you have this opportunity. You have this opportunity, right? So I think you need to see yourself as, you know, doing what you have to do, regardless of how it's going to make others feel. You know, the Wheel of Fortune's turning in your favor, Virgo. You know, and sometimes, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. Sometimes, Virgo, when that happens, you've got to make the moves. You know, you can't hang in suspension. You know, you got to get down off that pole. So, out comes the High Priestess with the Four of Swords. So I feel like your intuition, you might be getting a dream, you know, when you're resting. I mean, you're really praying for an outcome for this to happen, something to happen. You know, so, you know, as for a dream, maybe there's a sign, something that just kind of gives you the courage to, you know, deal with the situation you want to deal with, because you really want to move on. You know, maybe, like I say, just take a journey, take a short trip. Maybe, you know, test the groundwaters of this new opportunity. You know, and that way you know for sure you're moving in a good direction. So, you know, you can't pretend anymore. You can't, you know, try to make things right if you've tried to make things right. You know, if it's going to work, it's going to work. And if it's not, it's just not. Right? Anything else for our Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Virgos. Anything else for our Virgos? Yeah. So, the Queen of Pentacles. You know, this is someone, you know, this is your person or this is you. I mean, you know, you want stability. You want grounding. You want to feel good. You want to feel nurtured. You know, you want all of that energy to surround you. You know, you have options. You know, if this connection isn't working, it's just not working. You know, and as sad as it might make the other person, you can't pretend to make something work if it's not going to work. You know, so I feel like it's over. You know, this whole thing, it's like you've come to the end, you know, so the cycle is wanting to end. You know, so in comes a divine timing, or a tower comes down, you know, but it's very necessary in order to get everything working again. Because right now, I feel like you're just so stuck. You're that hanged man. You know what you need to do, and you can't not take this opportunity if it's something that you really want, because I think it's a good one. It comes with the Ace of Pentacles. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Yeah, so I feel like you really want something to come through. You know, a dream, a message, you know, divine guidance, you know, something like that. Well, ask for it. Ask for it. You'll get it, right? You'll get it. You know, so here with this moon card, you know, this is a full moon. Things are coming to light. Things are being revealed. Things are being shown to you. You know, so I think now's your time to make the moves that you've always wanted to make. All right, so take what works, leave what doesn't. This is not for all Virgos. This is for a Virgo. You know, we all know who we are in the story. So if you like the reading, thumbs up for me. And if you didn't, that's okay. You know, there'll be more readings to come. So, yeah, until the next one, bye now.